From the dense, steamy jungles of the Amazon to the isolated forests of Madagascar, a remarkable family of animals has spread and diversified in the most extraordinary ways. This is the story of the primates, an order of mammals of which we, ourselves, are a part. They are our closest living relatives, a group defined by intelligence, social complexity, and an astonishing range of physical forms. Over millions of years, they have adapted to fill nearly every arboreal niche imaginable, and some have even come down from the trees to conquer the land. This journey will take us across continents to meet some of the most captivating members of this ancient lineage. We will marvel at the spectral gaze of the nocturnal hunter, the powerful grip of the treetop acrobat, and the pensive expression of the forest philosopher. Each one is a masterpiece of evolution, a living testament to the creative power of natural selection. By looking closely at their faces, their hands, their tails, we can begin to understand the unique challenges they have overcome and the specialized lives they lead. Join me as we explore the magnificent physical diversity of primates. We will uncover how their very bodies are shaped by their environments, from the way they see the world to the way they move through it. We will compare the delicate insect-eating fingers of one with the robust, fruit-crushing jaws of another. This is not just a catalog of features, but a celebration of the incredible solutions that evolution has crafted, allowing this one, single group to flourish in so many different and wonderful forms. Off the eastern coast of Africa lies an island that time seems to have forgotten, Madagascar. It is a world apart, and here, a unique branch of the primate family has evolved in isolation for over 60 million years. These are the lemurs. To look into the face of a lemur is to be captivated by enormous, luminous eyes. For many, like the ring-tailed lemur, these eyes are ringed with dark fur, giving them a perpetually startled and inquisitive expression. They are essential tools, gathering as much light as possible, whether for foraging at dawn and dusk, or for their nocturnal cousins, navigating the pitch-black forest. Their bodies, too, are a testament to their island home. Most possess a tail, but it is not for gripping. Instead, it is an instrument of balance and communication. For the ring-tailed lemur, this long striped appendage is held aloft like a banner as they move across the ground, a visual signal to keep the troop together in the open scrubland. For the sifaka, leaping improbably from one spiny tree to another in a vertical dance, the tail acts as a crucial rudder in mid-air, allowing for minute adjustments before landing. Every flick and posture is part of a silent language. Perhaps most unique are their dental and grooming adaptations. Many lemurs possess a tooth comb, a specialized set of lower incisors that are long, fine, and tilted forward. This is not for eating, but for grooming, used to meticulously comb their own fur and that of their troopmates, reinforcing social bonds. And on their foot, a single grooming claw stands out from the other nails, acting as a fine-toothed tool for reaching those difficult spots. These are not just charming quirks, they are the finely honed instruments of survival, crafted by millennia of life on this singular, magical island. Across the vast expanse of the Atlantic, in the sprawling, verdant canopies of Central and South America, a different group of monkeys has made the treetops their kingdom. These are the New World monkeys. One of their most defining, and indeed most useful features is a marvel of evolutionary engineering: the prehensile tail. This is no mere balancing aid, it is a fifth limb. Strong, muscular, and often with a bare, tactile pad on the underside, it can grip branches with the same strength and dexterity as a hand, freeing up their other limbs to reach for ripening fruit. Look at the spider monkey, a true master of this art. It can suspend its entire body weight from its tail alone, a feat of strength that allows it to exploit the most precarious of foraging spots, far out on the slenderest of branches. Or the howler monkey, whose tail acts as a sturdy anchor while it unleashes its deafening territorial roar that can travel for miles through the dense forest. This single adaptation has opened up a three-dimensional world, giving them an unparalleled advantage in the high canopy, a world few other animals can access with such confidence and grace. Another distinguishing feature can be seen by looking closely at their faces. Their nostrils are set wide apart and face outwards to the sides, a condition known as platyrrhine, meaning flat-nosed. This is a clear anatomical marker that separates them from their Old World relatives. From the tiny pygmy marmoset, the world's smallest monkey, to the intelligent and tool-using capuchin, This nasal structure is a shared signature of their ancient, separate evolutionary journey. It's a subtle clue that tells a grand story of continental drift and millions of years of independent adaptation in a lush new world. Traveling back to Africa and Asia, we encounter the most widespread and diverse group of monkeys on the planet, the Old World monkeys. While their New World cousins were perfecting a fifth limb, this lineage followed a different path. Their tails, if they have them at all, are never prehensile. For a colobus monkey, a long flowing tail is a showy balancing tool for its acrobatic leaps. For the ground-dwelling baboon, it is shorter, less conspicuous, and held in a characteristic arch. It is an accessory, not a necessity for locomotion, reflecting a life spent as much on the ground as in the trees. What they lack in a grasping tail, they more than make up for in another specialization. Many Old World monkeys, like macaques and baboons, possess tough, hairless pads of skin on their hindquarters. These ischial callosities, or sitting pads, are a remarkable adaptation. They allow the monkeys to sit comfortably on rough branches or on the hard ground for hours on end, whether they are feeding, grooming, or simply surveying their surroundings. They are, in essence, built-in cushions, a simple but profoundly effective solution for a life of patient observation and social interaction. Just as the nostrils of New World monkeys tell a story, so too do those of the Old World. Here, the nostrils are set close together and point downwards, a condition known as catarrhine, or down-nosed. It is the very same nasal arrangement that we see in apes, and in ourselves. From the vibrant, multicolored face of a mandrill in the forests of Central Africa, to the hardy Japanese macaque enduring a snowy winter, this shared trait links them all. It is a subtle but unmistakable sign of a shared ancestry, a clue that their evolutionary path is more closely entwined with our own. Deep within the ancient forests of Africa and Southeast Asia live our closest living relatives, the great apes. This group, which includes gorillas, chimpanzees, bonobos, and orangutans, represents a profound evolutionary step. The most immediate and obvious difference is a complete absence of a tail. Their ancestors lost this appendage millions of years ago, a shift that coincides with a change in posture and locomotion. Instead of scampering along branches, they developed new ways of moving, from the knuckle walking of gorillas and chimps to the thoughtful, four-limbed clambering of the orangutan. This lack of a tail is coupled with a dramatic increase in size, and most importantly, in brain power. The great ape brain is a complex organ, capable of problem-solving, tool use, and intricate social politics. This inner complexity is reflected outwardly in their faces. With no tail to signal their intent, the faces become the primary canvas for communication. The subtlest shift of an eyebrow, the pursing of lips, a direct gaze, or a wide, open-mouthed play face can convey a wealth of information. They communicate with a nuance and depth that we are only just beginning to understand. Their hands, so much like our own, are not just for locomotion, but for manipulation. A gorilla delicately strips leaves from a nettle-covered stem. A chimpanzee uses a twig to fish for termites. An orangutan fashions an umbrella from a large leaf to shield itself from the rain. In their large, expressive eyes, we see not just instinct, but thought. They are self-aware beings, with cultures, traditions, and deep emotional lives. To look at a great ape is to see a reflection, a connection to a shared past, and a reminder of the extraordinary path that led to consciousness itself. As darkness falls on the islands of Southeast Asia, a tiny, wraith-like primate begins its nightly hunt. This is the tarsier, a creature so unusual it seems to have been assembled from the parts of other animals. It is a primate, but it belongs to a very ancient lineage, a side branch that has pursued a path of extreme specialization. Its most arresting feature is, without question, its eyes. Each eyeball is as large as its entire brain, and together they can weigh more than its brain. They are fixed in their sockets, so immense that they cannot turn. To compensate for this, the tarsier has an incredibly flexible neck. Like an owl, it can rotate its head almost 180 degrees in either direction, allowing it to scan its surroundings for the slightest movement without making a sound. These colossal eyes are not for seeing in the dark, but for gathering every last photon of moonlight and starlight, creating a bright, clear image of its prey. They are pure biological night vision goggles, a perfect adaptation for a nocturnal predator that hunts insects, lizards, and even small birds. Its other features are just as specialized for this life. Look at its hands and feet. The fingers and toes are extraordinarily long and slender, tipped with soft, fleshy pads that act like suction cups, giving it a secure grip on any surface. Its ankle bones, the tarsals, are greatly elongated, the feature that gives the tarsier its name. These elongated ankles act like powerful springs. After locking onto its prey with its enormous eyes, it can launch itself through the air, leaping distances more than 40 times its own body length, to snatch its victim with unerring accuracy. It is a silent, leaping specter of the night. We have journeyed across the globe and through millions of years of evolutionary history, witnessing but a fraction of the primate family's astounding variety. From the fifth limb of a spider monkey to the built-in sitting pads of a baboon, each physical trait is a precise answer to a specific question posed by the environment. A long tail for balance, enormous eyes for nocturnal hunting, the lack of a tail for a life of greater size and intelligence. These are not random assortments of features. They are the keys to survival, the tools that have allowed our relatives to thrive in the world's forests, mountains, and savannas. This incredible morphological diversity is a treasure. It tells a story of resilience, adaptation, and the endless creativity of life. Each species is an irreplaceable chapter in that story. The thoughtful gaze of a gorilla, the acrobatic leap of a lemur, and the silent hunt of a tarsier all represent unique solutions to the challenge of existence. Their differences are what make them so successful, allowing them to live in ways that others cannot, contributing to the health and complexity of their ecosystems. They are a living library of evolutionary wisdom. But this library is under threat. Deforestation, climate change, and human encroachment are pushing many of our closest relatives to the brink of extinction. To lose them is to lose not only beautiful and intelligent creatures, but also to lose a part of our own story. By understanding and appreciating the magnificent diversity they represent, we can be inspired to act. Let us work to protect these remarkable beings and the wild places they call home, ensuring that the great primate family, in all its wonderful forms, continues to flourish for millennia to come.